Hi guys, my name is Tinashe and thank you so much for joining me. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. A subscription is absolutely free, and I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of value from this channel. Yeah, so let us get into it. Today we have 5 tips on how to increase your income streams. There are a lot of reasons why one would want to increase their income streams. Right now, the environment that we are operating in, you'd find that life is hard. Like, life is really hard. So if there's an opportunity for you to do so, then why not? There are also some considerations that you have. Probably you have a bit more bills to pay. Maybe someone is in the hospital and you need to be covering for some of those bills. Maybe you have decided to grow your family. So with family growth, you actually need to make sure that there's some funds set aside for that. Maybe you've also decided to just expand your horizons in the sense of, say, investments. Maybe now you want to build a house. Maybe now you want to start, actively investing. So yeah, definitely with that, then you actually need to ensure that you actually grow your revenue streams, because probably from where you're sitting, whatever money that you're getting at that particular point in time is not enough to cover all these things. Some people might also be considering things like getting married. Getting married is is an expensive affair, especially here in Africa. I know in the West, you just ask someone to get married to them, give them an engagement ring, then you're probably just planning for the wedding itself. In Africa, there are a lot of things that you need to actually start doing for you to even get to that point of marrying that person. Say in a church or in the courts, there are certain things that you need to start considering, such as meeting the family, Rura Shores, Lobola, Rora. Those are 3 different languages of all these things that would definitely need you to have a bit of money to be able to do that. So now let's get into the tips. So I have 5 tips with me. Please feel free to add more in the comments section. I didn't want this video to be too long, so just for it to be short and sweet and very straight to the point. One of the quick wins when you want to grow your income is to look at what you are good at. I'll give you a very good example. I love to cook, right? I really love to cook. So that can be one avenue of me doing that as a side business. There's a difference between loving to cook and people actually tasting the food and saying that the food is tasting really, really nice. They can actually pay for it. You see, that's where the difference is. So very good example. I'm also, say, for example, good at knitting. Something like that makes me, it helps me just reduce my stress levels. I will make you a very nice scarf. You're not going out of your way to actually endeavor in something else that could potentially give you some income. Another example, you might be very interested in houses, in real estate, right? You even know, say, the type of tile that has been used when you look at a house. You even know the type of wood that has been incorporated. All those things. That can be a very quick win for you to say, oh, okay, so I'm interested in something like this. It's not going to be outside my comfort zone. So you can just think about ways to monetize that gift that you already have. The second tip is, you need to think of something that you will have time for. We have all been given 24 hours in a day, just 24 hours. You need to create time for whatever it is that you want to do. If you don't have the time, then you might not have that endurance and patience to push through with whatever it is that you've decided to do. So it's very, very essential for you to just, sit down with yourself and ask yourself, do I have the time for this? If you are at a point in your life whereby your schedule is back to back, you have a very demanding job. You have overtime in that very demanding job. You're also doing school. You're also taking care of your siblings, or maybe you have a family. At least you will not have the time and the endurance to partake in something that you can grow. So make sure that you partake in something that you actually have time for. The third point is there is power in observation. There is power in looking in around your environment to see what is happening. Do not be like a racehorse which just has blinkers and just focuses on what is around them. So you need to look around. Look around. That's the only way that you can be able to see where opportunities exist. I'll give you a very good example. There's some construction here where I stay. They are building the road. So you find that from Monday till Saturday, there are some works that are ongoing, right? That can actually create an opportunity for someone. For instance, where are these people eating, right? Who is feeding them? If, say, for example, you have an eatery that is close to where the construction is happening, you can actually liaise with these guys and tell them to come to your facility. You'll give them a very good discount. Definitely they'll need to eat, they'll need to snack, etc. So that actually presents an opportunity for someone. So just look around your environment, see where the gaps lie. The other thing is you need to think about the horizon. When I say the horizon, I mean how long, what's your vision for this business? Is this short term? Is this medium term? Is this long term? You might have a business and you have a short term view of it, right? So with that particular business, you already should have it in your mind that you're not going to invest a lot of money in it because it's for the short term. Probably when you look at your investment and what you've managed to get out of it, you have to make sure that the income that you get from it should be way more than what you have invested in that particular business. And also remember, investment is not just money. Investment is also time. So you need to be very, very cognizant of the investment horizon and be very, very candid with yourself as to, okay, so for how long can you be engaged in this particular activity? An example can be, maybe you have decided to start doing cakes, right? You've decided to start doing cakes and you're the only person who's providing cakes within your estate. But when other people see you, making cakes is something that is replicable, right? So when other people see you, they might think, oh, this is a very good opportunity. Let me also try this. They might not have as many customers as you would have had, but you need to be very candid with yourself as to, okay, so now how do I differentiate myself if, say, someone else in my estate starts doing the same thing? So you need to just have a view on what exactly you're going to be providing and for how long you can extract value from it. This will help with you just being candid to yourself and being open to just say, okay, so how much should I be investing in this particular thing that I want to engage in? If it's something that you decide that you have a long-term view of, for example, you've bought a piece of land and you think that this will be a rental opportunity, so you decide to build flats. This is already something that is long-term. So with such a venture, you might need to also invest a bit more into it. For example, maintenance. You definitely need to maintain. If it's rental property, you need to make sure that at least you maintain that property well so that you can still get the same value out of it. Things like painting, fixing whatever it is that is not working. You need to have a long-term view with regards to that. But yeah, you need to have in mind the duration for your opportunity. So the other thing that you need to consider is sustainability of this venture that you hope is going to give you an additional income stream. Think about it in the sense of the support that you're going to need. Is this a business that you are just going to be working actively by yourself, or do you need to employ people? How sustainable is that? Will you be able to pay these people, right? The other thing that you might also need to think about is the skill set. If you decide to open a pharmacy and you yourself are not a pharmacist, then you definitely know that you need to employ a pharmacist who's going to be running that particular pharmacy. The other thing, for instance, that you might need to consider with reference to sustainability is the tools. At times, for example, you might have a very marvelous idea, a very good idea, but the tools that you need for you to execute on that idea are very expensive. Do you have the money now to pump in so that you can be able to grow this particular business such that it gets to a level whereby you're getting some income stream from? So those are just some of the things that you might need to consider. Let me know in the comment section below what are the things that you can add on to the list, and let me know below what are the things that you'd like us to just talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. Please take care of yourself and also take care of your loved ones. I also have another YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description below. It's more of lifestyle. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. Bye.